Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. I hope you're all doing great. Thank you for your feedback on the previous poll. I finally got this model, the GA700 1B blackout negative display. And wow, it looks very cool in person. The color theme of the case, bezel, indices, hands and display gives a super tough impression. And I'm very excited to share a closer look and details with you. First, let's talk about the dimensions. The GA700 weighs 69 grams, but measuring a substantial 57.5mm lug to lug, 53.4mm wide, and 18.4mm thick. The size of the watch is quite large, especially for wrist sizes under 7 inch. The build quality is solid and precise with a shockproof resin bezel, and with a tough styling and blackout color theme, it strongly gives the impression of super durability. Now about the specifications, this piece has 200-meter water resistance, making it a reliable companion for water-related activities. Speaking of battery, the CR2016 keeps the GA700 ticking for 5 years. That's a pretty good deal considering the features. Now about the materials, the case is made from resin, and the bezel is shockproof resin, held together with 6 screws on its sides. The strap is PUR resin with a plastic buckle, and the crystal is mineral glass, ensuring more scratch resistance. Let's take a look at the bezel and case. It feels solid and sturdy with a feel of moderate weight. The bezel is protruding on the front side, effectively protecting the mineral glass crystal. The side profile prevents accidental pushes but still gives easy access to operate the buttons. The thick body might not be suitable for use under long sleeves. This watch has 4 buttons on the sides and 1 front button for the light. The side buttons are adjust and mode on the left side, then reset and start on the right side. The button design is one of the best I've seen. It has flat textured buttons that are easy to grip and press with the right thickness of the bezel surrounding the button, further preventing accidental pushes while ensuring easy operation. Another cool feature that stands out is the instant access to the stopwatch with the start button, enhancing usability. The stopwatch has a target time, so it's like having a stopwatch and a countdown timer with one operation. One more thing, the buttons are also easy to operate with work gloves. On the back side, there's nothing special with the backplate, just the usual G-Shock toughness. It is stainless steel, held together with 4 screws and engraved with specifications. The strap is flexible except for the parts near the connection that are a bit stiff. With the fixed fitted connection, it overhangs and does not grip the wrist enough, especially for wrists smaller than 7 inch. The double hole and hook for the buckle mechanism provide better stability on the wrist, and the double hole on the strap buckle side allows for more air circulation. This watch features a plastic buckle, and I found a local reputable channel that mentioned that this is related to the origin of the watch, which is for heavy machine workers. If the watch somehow gets caught in a machine, the buckle can break, reducing danger to the user. Anyway, some later variants have a metal buckle, although I'm sure that this plastic buckle will still last longer than the resin band. The analog hands are bold and easy to read, showing hour and minute, but they have a downside. They often obstruct the digital display, and that's common for any digi design. For this kind of problem, Casio has added the hand shift feature, which is active if you press the light and mode button. But one thing to note, when you change the mode, the hand shift feature will be turned off, and the hands return to their timekeeping position. So in the application, it's better to get to the mode that you want and then use the hand shift feature. And one thing to note, the analog hands have no lume. The white part is just paint. The indices are also not luminescent but reflective, providing some visibility in low light conditions. The digital display is quite large, with acceptable sharpness for a negative display. And if you like graphics, then the top right will satisfy you with all 60 seconds graphs, while the top left indicator will give you information on the active feature. Anyway, maybe it's just me, but I feel something odd with the design. This top left indicator has 60 degrees for each segment, with only 4 functions, leaving 2 space unused. I would prefer to cut it with 90 degrees for each segment, rather than leaving unused space. Now for the light conditions application, the light, dubbed as super illuminator, is very strong and positioned just to the left of the 6 o'clock marker. It is operated with a very user-friendly button at the front bottom and has 2 options for the afterglow effect, 1.5 and 3 seconds. One thing to note is that it's only effective for analog hands and not for its digital displays. The watch, in this case the digital part, offers various features. In timekeeping mode, you can switch between time and calendar using the reset button at the top right. And then the next mode is countdown timer. The range is from 1 to 60 minutes with 1 minute increment. And then the world time. It has 48 series, but note that you can only use the start button to move to the next series. The top right button or the reset button will not move back to the city selection, but you can use it to swap or assign to the home city. And next, for the alarms, there are 5 daily alarms, including a snooze alarm and also the hourly signal. The last one is the stopwatch. It is put conveniently on the last sequence before returning to the timekeeping mode, which makes it easier if you're using the stopwatch from the quick button. Let me show you. Let's return to the timekeeping mode, and from this mode, I press the start button. It will activate the stopwatch. Then when you're done using it, you will only need one press of the mode button to return to the timekeeping mode. Another thing to note is that, as usual with watches that have so many features, the settings can take more time. It has many things to set up. Now about the comfort, in overall, that might be affected by the larger size and thick body. This watch is obviously oversized on my 17.5 cm or under 7-inch wrist, and the strap overhangs. I hope it will become more comfortable after break-in time. On the wrist, it sits quite thick, so think twice if you're planning to wear it under long sleeves. But anyway, considering it's easy to operate with gloves, I tried wearing the watch over gloves and it fits well. Now for the pros and cons. On the good side, it has a great durability. It is shockproof, 200 meters water resistant, 5-year battery is considered great, protective bezel, mineral crystal, and so on. And then it also has a very well designed buttons, flat textured, protected by the bezel. So they're easy to operate but not easily pushed by accident. And then the next one, it has cool tough styling both for the analog and also the digital part. And then the next one, it is easy to read the analog time with both hands. Also, it has instant stopwatch, which is a great addition and surely very usable with the target time. And then the price is still at a budget level at under $100 US. Now, things to consider. Number 1, the size is very large and thick, so I guess it will be best for wrists with size 7-inch or more. And then, a common problem with NRDG, the hands will sometimes obstruct the digital display. Another thing is that it has no lume on the hands and indices. And then you might dislike the plastic buckle on this particular variant. And then it has fixed lock design, which may be not the best comfort for smaller wrist size. And also the backlight is only effective on the analog hands. Another thing to consider is that the settings can take time, but don't worry, we will make tutorial videos about that later. In conclusion, if you're into a rugged, reliable timepiece that can handle some rough and wet conditions, and you're preferable for larger sized watches, then the GA700 might be your perfect fit. Also, if you're looking for a watch with an instant stopwatch with target time, and a watch with both analog hands, then it is the one. Additionally, if you plan to operate the watch while wearing gloves, then this model will be suitable. And there you have it, the Casio G-Shock GA700. Despite a few drawbacks, it is a solid contender in the budget-friendly G-Shock lineup. That's all for now, thank you for watching, I hope you found this video helpful and informative. As always, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more budget watch related videos, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.